I want to hear that story, by the way, Paul. We're gonna go straight there. So we're talking about in Houston, the Houston Chronicle sports writer. I can't remember her name, but she had a great column last week about kind of the excitement, but also the trials of covering high school football, right? And it's different than covering college or pro football, where we all get to, reporters go into press box. There's a buffet dinner. Sometimes you got to pay for it, but it's there anyway, right?
We
there
have
for
an
you.
assigned seat.
You have an assigned seat.
We're not
They bring
worrying about where
stats
it's
to you.
at.
They have a depth chart for you. I mean, everything is right there in front of you. It's not that it's easy work, but it's straightforward.
It's more manageable.
High school football is different than that because you're kind of on your own for everything. And so we're trying to convince Paul Golla here to cater food for reporters in Griffith Field. And you were very amenable to the idea. But speaking of your days at Victoria in Texas,
no, it's on. You let me know when you're there, and we got hot dogs and nachos for you
tomorrow night.
Yeah, you don't tell that. Trevor's going to be at BHS tomorrow night. And look. What did you say the other day that like when you want to be, you can be a bottomless pit or something?
Yes, when I want to be. I try not to be because if I continue to do that, I am even larger than I am now. So I try to harness it in. I prep my meals now.
He's lying.
You put me. How was I at BJ's on Friday night or Saturday night?
I can't remember. It's such a blur.
I had like a dog pound.
Yeah, I feel like we ate a ton
of
of food. But okay, so speaking of last Saturday night, Liberty loses to Mission Viejo. You guys dropped a game to Mountain Point, a close game. But with the change in the CIF this year, Division I champion in Central Section is considered for Northern California Bowls. So those losses an out-of-state loss wouldn't anyway, but Liberty's loss to Mission Viejo doesn't matter as much as it might have in previous years. You add to that all section champions now get to go to a regional bowl game. Everybody's got a chance to keep playing. We've talked to you about this before, Coach, but what's your opinion on, number one, everybody getting a chance, and B, number one and B, number two, going to Northern Cal?
I liked being in Southern California. We start to familiarize ourselves with them, and it's not. I mean, you got LA is closer than Fresno.
Sure.
And so our preseason, we want to go down to LA, Orange County area, and go play. And it's great for our kids. It's great for recruiting. There's a lot of benefits for it, and there's great football teams. Now, Northern California, we need to now in the off season. We're looking at those guys because who knows? Folsom. I mean, what a great program. De La Salle and Grant.
You played Grant a couple years before.
We have played Grant, yes.
And another team that's coming up again, and that's the team that you guys beat 2 years ago.
So it's not like we're not unfamiliar, but it's a different brand of football. So I think it's exciting that now every divisional chance gets an opportunity. I know in 2011 we had a heck of a football team that was undefeated, and I really felt we could have played with anybody in the country. And if this rule is in place, we would have an opportunity to play for a state title.
Now, let me ask you this. If you in 2013 you won the Division I state title. In 2011, had this system been in place, you would have played for the D1A or D1AA or whatever they want to call it, state title. There's going to be 13 different divisions with these letters and numbers. It's going to take us a while to get used to it. But it would have been a quote-unquote lesser division. Would that have diminished in your eyes a state title at all?
No way. No, because it's so many great football, so much great football in California. And you think about Texas for all those years, they had the Super 5A and the 5A. Well, 5A had Katy,
right.
who was the number one team in the nation. And so it wasn't even the Super League, the Super Division had the best team. So, and the same thing with California. I mean, if you have, for instance, Oaks Christian, who's Division II, well, they may be the best team in the country in Division II. So there's just so many schools in California. It's like 4 or 5 states in one.
Mm-hmm. Right, and who knows? In 11, for instance, or even going back to 2007, you guys lost one game and had a great team. At the end of the year, maybe you were the best team in the country. Heck, or in the state. Maybe last year, Mission Viejo by the end of the year was the best team in the state. But they lost a game early. You're not allowed to play for it. So maybe these lower divisions do have that.
And it opens it up too because you're going to have 2 different open divisions, which opens it up for the De La Salles and the Folsoms up in the north, and then obviously for the Mission Viejos, the Bishop Amots, the St. John Bosco's down south. So it opens it up for more of them to win, but it also opens up for D1 for the public schools on both the North and the South
Yeah.
to be more competitive, and it gives the public schools a better chance to win state titles. And I'm sorry, but are you telling me in Wasco 3 years ago that if they go to D3 AA,
Oh, I promise a
and
community
you
like
put
that
up-
doesn't care.
No,
Yeah.
and you put up a banner, nobody cares, and you guys don't care if you win a 1 AA title.
No.
You get number, asterisk number 8 or number 9, whichever we decide.
My
You know,
one
you guys have-
concern would be when you get down to the 3 AAA or whatever. I think we should just call them super awesome, fantastic divisions and just have a different. But I mean, like, is the student athlete experience lessened if you're playing at Fresno City College and it's a small crowd instead of at the StubHub Center or at Sacramento State in front of the big crowd? That would be my one concern, and we'll see what happens. But it's still, you still get to hang the banner in the gym, like you said. Guys, from a student athlete perspective, KeAyr,
Well, it is at Sac State this year.
it is at Sac. That's what I mean. But that's the big game this year. But other games, they're not all going to be there.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that for those smaller schools, it's still going to be probably a bigger crowd than they see anyway on a regular Friday night anyway, or even in the playoff game. So
Could be.
who cares?
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean-
really, you're playing for a California State title. Who cares where? Throw it in grandma's backyard. They don't care.
As long as they have a press box with food, right? KeAyr,
I want
from a
grandma's home
student athlete
cooking.
perspective, for Jakell, you can chime in too. Do you guys care about all that kind of stuff, or are you just put in front of us who you want to put in front of us and we'll go play?
Yeah, I really wouldn't. It wouldn't really matter. I just love to play. Just love to play the game, pretty much.
Well, how about you, Jakell? I mean, do you worry about Division I, Division I AA, Northern California, Southern California? Do you worry about all that stuff?
No, because no matter what division, team can still be good. The fans can still be supportive. Doesn't matter.
And see, that's what I think the bottom line is for the athletes, for the guys who are out there, enjoying their years of high school. It doesn't really matter. If you tell them you're playing for a state title, you guys are going to totally buy into that, whether it's 1A or 1 AA or who. I mean, it's always nice to win the top title, I guess. But anyway,
Jakell, does it matter in track? Because you probably don't want to go up against Michael Norman again.
it's got to be kind of fun running against Michael Norman, actually.
No, it doesn't matter because North is D2 and Curtis is a pretty good athlete.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely true. And you guys will face a D2 team in Ridgeview in a few weeks. That's a very good team, and that gave you guys a challenge last year. Let's see what else we want to get to.
I got a question.
Sure.
Paul, I want to talk to you. I want to ask you a question about what KeAyr went through with Caden Ochoa, your sophomore, who is battling with him for the quarterback position, and how much that grew those two athletes, because Caden is obviously playing for you in the secondary, and how the two of these two athletes grew, one as a senior, one as a sophomore, and how they've matured and kind of really brought this team together by that battle, really.
We do a lot of what we call fixed and growth mindset. A lot of our championship meetings are based on that. And KeAyr here, I mean, I can't tell you. We asked him, last year, hey, you should move a different position. Hey, go to corner. You're like starting safety for us. And KeAyr the whole time was like, no way, I'm a quarterback. I'm a quarterback. And he's proved he's a quarterback, and he's a pretty doggone good one. And he's a great growth mindset. And he battled with three kids in the summer, and as a coaching staff, it's 7-on-7. We're like, wow, you know what, KeAyr's come a long way, and then Caden also. I mean, it was a great battle. Whenever you have competition, you're going to get better, and it was great competition. And at the end of the day, KeAyr had the advantage, and we came out Saturday evening, and it was noticeable that KeAyr has worked his way into being a great quarterback.
KeAyr, did you have a low point? How close did you get to giving up and saying, okay, I'll switch positions?
I want to say, like, in the beginning, I was thinking that, and then me and my parents, we all had a talk, and I just told them I want to be a quarterback. I'm just work as hard as I can.
And was there? I've asked you this before off camera, but was there a turning point for you when you said, "I'm getting it now"? I know you can tell you're better.
Yeah, I would probably say when it came to the 7-on-7 during the summer, and I was starting to get my throw-in better, and I want to say, like, my mechanics and stuff.
And Jakell, you noticed it too.
Oh, yeah. Like I told you a couple weeks ago, that pass, just perfect.
There was a pass in 7-on-7 he was telling me about where it was almost like it was just placed in your hands, dropped from the skies, right? From the heavens. So that's very cool.
And Jakell, for you, I mean, you guys know that for this offense to run properly, you have to be able to throw the ball well to be able to offset the defense. For you being that main target for KeAyr, how much fun was last Saturday, despite the loss, knowing that you guys have something to kind of build on going into tomorrow night?
I don't even know how to answer that.
I think the point is last year, and you guys probably all three agree with this, not being able to throw the ball when you needed to hurt you. I mean, because no matter how good the running game is, sooner or later a good defense is going to stop it if they know it's coming. And this year it sounds like that's not going to be an issue.
What's really nice is against our offense, you want to be a receiver in our offense. Most people wouldn't say that, but you do, because when we get 8-9 guys in the box, you're one-on-one. And if we got a guy like Jakell one-on-one, I promise you he's going to get the ball. And
we saw with Kevin Hayes for 3 years.
Yes, and you know, Pete Mitchell, you know, I think he threw for over 2,000 yards. Sonny had 1,800 yards. And so we kind of get, you're not a throwing offense, but really we are. I mean, if we get one-on-one versus kids because they have to stop our run, we're going to throw the ball. And KeAyr did an unbelievable job of managing that last Saturday.
So that's what Edison has to deal with this week. And then who's after Crenshaw right after that?
We have Abai and then Crenshaw, who's very much improved.
Well, they were very young last year, so they should be a lot better. And then before we know it, we'll be in league play. So anyway, we appreciate you guys joining us. Again, the ALS Touchdowns for ALS is Friday night, raising money for Lou Gehrig's disease, and they'll pass a bucket around it for every touchdown. I got an idea for one of you guys. If you want to do it, you got to put a buck in your sock. You score a touchdown. You ask for the bucket to come around. Paul's going to put the kibosh on that right now.
Boom, that's a yellow flag.
Maybe wait till the game's in hand if it ever gets that way before you try that one. But
yep. And just a reminder, everybody, for Friday night, there will be video highlights throughout game night tomorrow night with Vance Palm. I'll be sending those through. So every touchdown that goes through, every ALS bucket that goes around, we'll see those highlights on right here at BVarsity Live on tomorrow night. Yeah,
so that's the highlight game. Bakersfield Edison will be streaming live from Ridgeview, where the Wolfpack's playing Liberty. So that's what we got for you tomorrow night, guys. Appreciate you joining us. It's college day at practice, right?
Thursday college day.
What jerseys are we wearing today? What T-shirts are we
I
wearing?
have University of Reno.
Okay.
Asani
Rufus, right? Do they play tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They play. Wait, they play UC Davis tonight, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresno plays tonight too. How about you guys? What college?
In my locker, I have a Temple shirt.
Temple Owls. All right, KeAyr.
I don't really have one today. I usually wear like a NFL
I might have a Boise
jersey.
State one in my locker.
If you had told me, I would have brought you a Mizzou one.
I'll bring you a better looking one. It's Boise State.
Yeah, that's mid majors. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. You can't ignore that status.
I don't ignore the 3 Fiesta
Let's go to
Bowl
break.
champions.
Let's go. We're going to break. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.